What's going on? It's yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. How's everybody doing? Listen, I want to take you to a place for the next 5 or 10 minutes. So please bear with me. Give me a little time to build this one up. This is a really good video, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to enjoy it. If you're listening to me on your way home in the car, please just enjoy your ride. Mr. Taliaferro is going to take you on an adventure. If you're listening to me at the crib, please go in the fridge, go get you a beer. Yours truly about to take you to a place. If you're watching me while you're out, you may be getting something to eat. Please enjoy your meal. Mr. Taliaferro's got you for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Don't mind me, but I'm about to do my thing. This is what I do. So, the biggest story in the National Basketball Association this week is the Los Angeles Clippers' decision to sit their star, the finals MVP of our league, Kawhi Leonard. Now, we'll get into the fines and all that shortly. Let's just kind of break this down real quickly. ESPN is the reason why you see guys like John Wall and Chris Paul making $45-50 million. This is ESPN, right? So obviously ESPN and Turner/TNT, they bought rights for the NBA's, the TV rights, right? So pretty much when you see basketball being played, it's the reason why it's not on Fox. It's the reason why it's not on CBS. It's because ESPN and Turner have bought the rights to the NBA. So ESPN is bulking pretty much most of this bill, while Turner has the Thursday night games and the playoffs. They get either the Eastern Conference or Western Conference. It's been the Eastern Conference, if I'm not mistaken, as of late. And then obviously ESPN gets the Wednesday nights and Friday nights in the regular season, and in the playoffs they pretty much get most of it. So that's what we have going on here between ESPN and ABC. Their product is contingent, and you know, live television is pretty much one of the only things where ratings are pretty decent, right? The NFL's ratings are still through the roof, and NBA games are decent. They're not great. They're not the NFL, but they're decent. Live television is the only thing that, you know, especially live sports, is the only thing that you really got going for you right now. So, with that being said, it's important to ESPN, with all the money, I'm talking about billions of dollars that they've given the NBA, it's important that they do good ratings. That's what justifies their decision to give the NBA billions for the TV rights. Is we need good ratings, meaning we want your guys to play. You NBA guys, we need y'all playing so people can watch these games night in, night out, which increases our charge for advertisement. That's the breakdown. It's nothing more than that. I worked in ESPN, I worked in TV. That's the breakdown. The more ratings we do, the more we can charge State Farm and all these companies for advertising. That's really the breakdown. That's how ESPN makes their money. So, when you got guys like Kawhi Leonard sitting out, it hurts the game. The Clippers had 2 games, a back-to-back. They had the Clippers had the Bucks on Wednesday night, and they had the Portland Trail Blazers on Thursday. It's looking like Kawhi Leonard will not play a lot of back-to-backs, if any at all, this season. And it's also looking like Kawhi Leonard has I would say we're already 8 games in, and Kawhi Leonard's already missed 2 games. So he's already missed 25% of the Clippers games. It's looking like Kawhi Leonard has already a built-in amount of games he's going to play this season. At the pace that he's on right now, it looks like he's going to miss, I'd say 15 to 20 games this year, if he continues his pace. Because right now he's missed a game every 4 games. All right, that's the pace he's on. So, with those 2 things working against the league, Kawhi Leonard and, you know, the coaching staff of the Clippers, they made a decision to sit Kawhi on the front end of the back-to-back. So he did not play against Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Milwaukee Bucks. And he did play Thursday night against the Portland Trail Blazers. It's worth noting that the Clippers did win that game. Please check my highlight for more. Now, obviously, the Wednesday night game was on ESPN. The Thursday night game was on TNT. So TNT's happy. They got Kawhi Leonard versus the Portland Trail Blazers, Damian Lillard, all that great stuff. ESPN obviously upset. They didn't get Kawhi Leonard versus Giannis. For a lot of reasons, this is a big-time matchup. Last week, Giannis went up against the Toronto Raptors and obliterated them. We remember back in the playoffs last year, it was the Toronto Raptors that beat the Bucks in 6 games in the conference finals. And I'm going to call a spade a spade. Kawhi Leonard dominated Giannis Antetokounmpo after Game 2. All right, Games 3 to Game 6, Kawhi locked Giannis up. The MVP to be was locked up by the finals MVP to be. That's what happened. Obviously, you can understand why the NBA is trying to build this matchup, especially ESPN, around 2 of their 3 best players, Kawhi versus Giannis. So when ESPN found out that Kawhi wasn't playing, I'm pretty sure they were furious. That's the second straight Wednesday night game he's missed for their network. He missed against the Utah Jazz a week ago. So, with all that going on, the NBA actually stood by the Clippers' decision to sit Kawhi. Initially, the Clippers were not fined, right? Because the NBA was like, technically the Clippers told us in the injury report that Kawhi is dealing with knee soreness. He's day to day. But Doc Rivers, the head coach of the Clippers, and this is an NBA champion head coach, he knows the ins and outs of the leagues. He put his foot in the mouth. I'm going to read a comment from Doc Rivers on Wednesday. This is what he said. Doc says Kawhi feels great, but he feels great because of what we've been doing, you know. We're just going to continue to do it. There's no concern here, but we want to make sure. I think Kawhi made a statement that he's never felt better, and that's Kawhi who said that part, and Doc's reiterating it. But we want to make sure. I think Kawhi is playing some of the best basketball in his life. That's important. But he played a lot of minutes in the playoffs last year, so it's not a health thing, really, in so many ways. We want to just make sure he's feeling good and he keeps getting better and better. So after the NBA heard those comments, they then fined Doc Rivers and the Clippers $50,000. Because the NBA then went to war for the Clippers. They're like, nah, he's out with knee soreness. Then Doc Rivers kind of contradicted everything they said and said, no, we're sending him out because he's healthy. We just don't want him to possibly get hurt. Which means he's sitting out for load management. That's what that means. And the Clippers were fined $50,000. So we got this big conundrum here. And I do believe this under the table. I believe the Clippers told Kawhi Leonard when he signed with that team, look, if you sign with us, we'll play you just like how the Raptors played you. I think Kawhi missed around 22 games with the Raptors last year. Obviously, they were still able to get one of the top seeds in the Eastern Conference, and they won a championship. I'm pretty sure the Clippers told Kawhi, look, we'll play you around the same amount of games, 60 games, 62 games, 65 games. You'll be rested for the playoffs. We'll manage your load, and you'll be ready to go. I am unhappy with this. I am unhappy as a fan of this game. Before I am a reporter, I am just a fan of this game. And I love this game. But I got to acknowledge to you, the NFL dominates the NBA in ratings. Go look at the numbers. And I want to be clear with you. It's not just because the NFL only plays 16 games. That's not the only reason why. It's not because the NBA plays 82 games. We're talking about the magnitude of each game. See, I don't care if the NBA plays 82 games. There's a way to make games matter more. But the NBA is not doing a good job of that. And what do you have? You have fans spending $200, $300 for tickets to games, and they're going, and you got the Clippers taking on the Bucks. You got Giannis and all these, and you get no Kawhi versus Giannis. Look at the product that the Warriors are putting out on the court. All right, let's do this, right? This is fun. The Warriors going into this season, right? They probably were charging. They're not the best team. Obviously, Klay's out for the year, but they probably were charging, I'd say around $100 if the Warriors played the Atlanta Hawks. I'm in Atlanta, so let's say the Warriors played Atlanta. They probably charge $100 to get in the building. Somewhere along that, maybe $70, $80 to get in the building. Somewhere along that, right? With all the injuries that the Warriors have, Steph's going, Draymond's been out, D'Angelo Russell hasn't been playing lately, you could probably get in the game for $20 right now. Because no one's buying the tickets right now. And I know it's supply and demand, I get it. But look at what's happened in the midst of a couple weeks. Just 2 weeks ago, you would have been paying $100 for the same ticket that you probably could get for $25 right now. So, and let's not even get into last year when they had KD. Those tickets would probably be $300-$400. I paid like $300 a piece for me and my girlfriend to just get in the building for the Lakers last year. To see LeBron play, and the Lakers weren't even a good team. They were struggling. That's in Atlanta. So, putting all things in perspective, the person that's getting cheated, and you don't want me to go into a deep dive about how tickets are so high, pretty much we've made it so poor to low middle class can't even watch a basketball game in person anymore. We don't even want to get into those conversations because I could go in depth about that. How they pretty much made sure young kids who literally dream about being in the NBA and love some of these players like LeBron, like they can't even go to the games. So literally, the guys that are making it to the league, or like the LeBrons of the world that come from nothing, the Kawhi Leonards, the Jimmy Butlers that come from nothing, the kids that aspire to be them, that come from nothing just like those guys do, they can't even go see those guys and get that inspiration in person anymore because they can't afford tickets. To be real with you, the NBA has been catering to a white demographic for quite some time because the hood can't afford the tickets. So with all that being considered, getting it back to Kawhi Leonard, I think he's bad for the game as a brand ambassador. And look, If you would have told me this last year about Kawhi Leonard in regards to Kawhi Leonard was sitting out games, I was fine with it because he was coming off a big-time injury, right? I'm fine with the season before that. He had missed 73 games. I'm fine with Kawhi taking his time, working his way back into the injury. If you would have told me Kawhi Leonard last year wasn't the face of the league, he don't want no parts of being the face of the league, I got it. That's never been his brand. But let me tell y'all something. Are y'all watching the commercials of Kawhi Leonard? That man is changing. I found out the other day that Kawhi Leonard tried to copyright "What It Do, Baby" when he was in the car, and that was his infamous statement that he said. He was like, "What it do, baby?" Like, Kawhi Leonard is a business now. His uncle, they getting his business together. This dude, he's got in that commercial with Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever, he's literally trolling LeBron James in the commercial, saying he's the new king in LA and all that stuff or whatever. Literally, he wants to be the face of the league without being the face of the league. Kawhi, if you want to take LeBron's spot as the face of the league, I think LeBron's did a pretty decent job over the last decade of doing that. You got to be available for your team night in and night out. That's why the Clippers got $550,000, because it's clear as day that they sat Kawhi. Everybody knew it. They sat him because he ain't want to play. He ain't want to play back-to-backs. And I heard Chris Broussard saying something interesting. He questioned, is it in the brain of Kawhi Leonard at this point? Like, why is he missing games if he's healthy? I don't get that. Get your behind out there and play. Get out there and play. These tickets are $200-$300 to get in the building. Clippers are a must-see TV. And then I understand it more. Paul George was there. Paul George is injured right now. The hell is wrong with you dudes? Sitting out just because. And here's what bothers me, because I understand contracts, right? You want to go deeper into this conversation? I can take it deeper, because I can go deeper. ESPN and gave y'all billions of dollars for y'all contract, for y'all, the rights to y'all games. All right, let's do this. I worked at ESPN when a lot of people got fired. The person that hired me at ESPN, the person that hired me for my internship at ESPN, I couldn't even tell him goodbye. He got fired. And many people inside the building, and this is people that I talk to and still talk to this day, many people at ESPN will tell you the reason why people got fired. Y'all remember those big layoffs that happened at ESPN a few years ago? I was working there then. It was a weird atmosphere at ESPN after those layoffs. People were sad. I'm talking about anchors got fired, talent got fired, producers got fired, everybody got fired. Y'all want to know something? Many people at ESPN know for a fact the reason why people got fired is because the ESPN, they already know they had to overpay for that NBA deal. So, let me just break it down to you. ESPN gave the NBA so much money that for years to come, guys ain't gonna care about missing games ever, because everybody's rich right now. Look around. Sabonis done got like $85 million. Malcolm Brogdon done got so much money. Like, look around the league. Everybody's getting that bag. Jaylen Brown just got the bag. Buddy Hield got the bag. Buddy Hield and the Kings ain't even gonna make the playoffs this year. Everybody's getting the bag, but most of these guys ain't producing. Hell, LeBron was in the finals 8 straight years in the East. So y'all dudes weren't winning nothing. Hell, the Warriors done made it to the finals 5 straight years. So we got one guy and one team that pretty much controlled the league for a decade. So why are y'all getting money? Y'all don't win. Y'all don't win nothing. So here's and I want guys to get their bread. Don't get me wrong. But what's happening right now is guys don't care about their teams getting fined because they don't hurt their pockets. You want to know why guys won't go out there and play 15, 20 minutes a night instead of just sitting out a whole game? You want to know why Kawhi ain't getting out there for 15, 20 minutes? It hurt their stats. And they ain't going to let nobody hurt their stats. You see Kawhi go out there, instead of sitting out those games, let's say he give his team 15 minutes. Well, if he keep doing that, he'll go down from averaging 26, 27 points a game to about 18 points a game. They ain't gonna let that happen, because then that'll interrupt the bag and the brand. So you healthy enough to go out there. You'd rather not play 15, 20 minutes and give your team something, because we talking about the bag. Okay, let's keep this conversation moving. The ESPN's giving the NBA so much money. These guys are never going to care about sitting out games. Literally, Andrew Wiggins will get a max contract, every contract he gets for the next 15 years. Andrew Wiggins ain't got to win nothing. But the way the NBA is set up right now, they got so much money given to them by ESPN and Turner. Literally for the next 15 years, Wiggins is going to make max money over and over and over again. So I'm saying all that to say, until you start finding these players, nothing's going to change because it ain't hurting their bottom line. It ain't hurting their pockets. And that's where Kawhi Leonard comes in at. He don't care about the Clippers getting fined. They don't give a damn. Hell, they making so much money in tickets, they don't care about the $50,000 fine. They still not playing them on back-to-backs. This has to change for the fans. This cannot be the formula. This is a bad formula. Because you're making people just want to cut the cord more, and you're making people just want to sit at their house and watch it. I got league pass. I don't want to go to a game. I might go check out LeBron once a year. Other than that, I ain't going to those games because I don't know if you're playing or not. I'm going to be in Memphis in a couple weeks for Thanksgiving. The Clippers are in town in Memphis, in my hometown, for Thanksgiving. I wouldn't dare buy a ticket. I would have to know like at 4 or 5 o'clock that Kawhi Leonard is for sure playing before I buy a ticket. I'm too scared they're going to send him out. I'm too scared. It shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. I'm not going to a Drake concert to go see the rest of OVO perform and Drake not make the trip. Not doing that. I'm not doing that. Not going to the Migos concert to see Takeoff wander around stage for 3 hours. I'm not doing that. The NBA has a big problem on their hands, and I don't know if you shorten the amount of games in the season to make games count more, but right now, I got homies that don't give a damn about watching, and they love the game of basketball. They ain't watching a random game on Tuesday, a random game on Wednesday, because they know it don't matter. Guys barely playing, guys barely giving effort, and the money just keeps increasing to these guys. I listened to Kyle Kuzma the other day on Twitter. I saw him on Twitter. He was like, yay, the Lakers extended me. The Lakers had a team option on Kuz, and they accepted it. So Kuz gonna make like $3 million a year. And he's like, yay, I'm rich. He was being sarcastic, like, I'm only making $3 million a year. Yay, I'm rich. You are rich. You are in the top 1% of this world with $3 million. But everybody's making money, and we're just taking the game for granted. So that's my rant. I'm almost 20 minutes in. I should get out of here. The point I'm trying to make is the NBA needs to change the formula. It's a bad formula right now, as the Clippers have been fined $50,000 for not playing Kawhi Leonard on the back-to-back when he was clearly healthy. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.